Hey everybody, welcome back to another model building workshop, and we're going to continue to do some work on this Volkswagen Beetle. This was the MPC boxing of it, but it turns out it was really an old Airfix kit, which is now being issued as the Airfix starter kit. So it's back on the market. But I am learning that this is not such a great kit. I was missing instructions, so I printed out, which you can find the instructions on the internet, so that was handy. So, kind of been working on it, and it is a tricky model in that I got some of it going. I just test fitted and put the top and the bottom together. I did paint the interior a little bit to get the cloth fabric tan color in there. And I got some of the interior together. I got the front suspension on there kind of carefully. Wasn't the best. So I was looking online earlier, and I found that there are some other YouTube model building programs that are out there that you can watch, and I caught one from Great Britain where there was a gentleman that was working on this kit, from the new one, this version, and he's facing the same challenges that I am with the poor molding, lots of cleanup, lots of filing, lots of drilling holes, and a lot of repair work to be done on the model. So he was kind of upset with the quality of it, and that's the new released version. It does not, as I figured, it does not come with the chrome parts that the 1970s MPC version had. So I'm not too surprised at that. But on the plus side, watching this model builder from Great Britain, he managed to build a pretty nice model out of this kit. So there's hope. And I think I'll be able to do the same. Although what he did, which I thought was really fun, maybe you can go look this one up, it's on YouTube. He managed to do a version of the Beetle that he had photographed on the street somewhere in England of a rather old, kind of beat up Volkswagen. It was kind of a light blue, and it was rusted, and it had on the side, it had a picture was kind of drawn or carved into the door of I guess a G clef, and musical notes were kind of on the side, like sheet music was on the sides. It was kind of a neat looking photograph that he had, and he managed to make the model and the diorama look just like the car that he saw in the photo, and the backdrop with the wall and the plants and the street. And it was really fun to look at what he had managed to do with it, although he was definitely upset with all the sanding, filing, and all the issues that the model had. That said, there are some other Volkswagen model kits out there, because I don't know how easy these are to find now. I don't know how Aeroplast is to come by, but there was this version, basically kind of a ripoff of the Herbie the Love Bug, though they painted it yellow. Like they even spelled Herbie incorrectly on the box, I guess to avoid getting lawsuits. And then they've got a police version, I guess, that they put out as well. So I've done a version of this one. I'll show you this other one here from CMK, which might be the same company. I'm not completely sure. This is out of Czechoslovakia, or the Czech Republic now. So this is a wartime version, because it is a World War II vehicle, the Volkswagen Beetle, initially. And this one is kind of as a modified ambulance. I can't imagine that being a very big or comfortable ambulance. After riding in one of these old Volkswagen Beetles myself as a passenger, I can't imagine that being particularly big or comfortable. So, geez. But it's a fun looking model, huh? And I have built the, without the box in the back, I built the military version of this Beetle, which was a nice kit. So, oh well, I thought the Airfix NPC one would be good, knowing Airfix, but kind of a pain. So I'm going to try to continue working on some of this. I'm going to try to get some of this back suspension together. And I'm still kind of up in the air how I'm going to paint this. I am working, like I said, I started working on the interior color. And I'm probably going to paint the seats and everything in that same sand color, which seems to be, you know, what I've been finding in the book here. I was kind of looking at, oh good, I turned right to it, a 1966 version. So I might do the dark blue, because that doesn't look bad. And quite frankly, you know, and here's the tan seats I was looking at. So I'm thinking of doing it like this. And of course the other part of it is that I have plenty of dark blue paint, and the green I wanted, I don't really have it, and I don't feel like going to get it, so I think I might just do it blue. But we'll see. So I'm going to try to add a few more details in here and see how that goes. All right, let me see if I can get this back piece to fit. Although I am noticing I'm not having quite the same amount of nightmares that my British model builder counterpart was running into. Some of these parts are fitting a little bit better than his were, because he seemed to have a real issue on that YouTube video. All right. I also don't know how much work had been done by whoever owned this kit before I picked it up at the sale table. So that's also a possibility. All right, trying to figure out how. Lots of little shock absorber parts and so forth. The fact that this isn't numbered and there's no parts diagram is kind of annoying. Well, maybe there was a parts diagram. I don't have the original instructions because, like I said, I had to print these out. All right, which direction is that supposed to be going? Okay, like this. So this must be port number 9 here. Okay. This is part of the shock absorbers and so forth. Who's that supposed to connect to? Okay. Really? I don't know about that. Let's see. Yeah, should have test fitted that first. I don't know why I didn't. Because of course there's like no hole or no pin that fits on this model without convincing. Oh, brother, come on. Yeah, right. What happens if I just put the wheels on without that stuff? No, I see, it doesn't fit quite that flush. All right, I see why this is kind of here. So I'm kind of using my knife to drill the hole bigger. Here we go, enough to get a piece to fit. I think now if the wheel goes on, yeah, that helps space it properly. And then there's this rest on top of this paint bottle. I don't know if you can see it with this instruction sheet in the way. And I got this itty bitty spring type thing that's supposed to be the shock absorber, which is supposed to connect from this pin on the back here to this little pin on the part I just put on. Yeah. How many hands am I going to need to do this? What? Yep. Okay, so that is on that hole, and this is supposed to go on that one. Yeah, okay. That does not look particularly great. I don't know if you can even see that. There's these little shock absorbers supposed to be under there. They're on the front too, which I put on earlier. Again, I had to drill out a lot of holes on the front as well because nothing really wanted to go together willingly. Has to make me earn every single part has to be an adventure on this model. So, like I said, I don't recommend this one for kids. And I'm disappointed in that because once I saw that this was going to be an Airfix starter kit, I thought, hey, great, this is going to be a fun, easy to build kids model kit, and because that's how they're selling it. But there's no way, not with all of this scraping and sanding and touch-ups. And like I said, it's including that video I saw of someone building the new one, and it's just the same situation. So it's no better than this old. And this is old. I'm not sure when this kit came out originally. Whether it was the 1970s. It could have even been from the 60s. So, like I said, I'm building the 1966 version is kind of what I was looking at. And maybe that's when this model kit came out. Who knows? 66, 67 maybe? I don't know. Suppose with some more sleuthing I might be able to find that out, but anyway. Oh, this looks bad because there's not even a hole in this piece. That's partial hole. Can I get this to drill through? Yeah, okay. Wow. I mean, it's a good model if you want to learn how to sand, how to sculpt, how to cut, and really work on those skills, and how to make something nice out of something that kind of didn't start out that way. Personally, I do find some satisfaction in building kits like that you kind of have to work for. But, you know. Okay, can I get that? Yeah, okay. Sort of. Okay, there's that. Time for more lemonade. Okay. I'm going to try the back seat. And I'm going to put the wheels on later for painting. So I'm not going to do too much more. I'm going to get this back seat in there. And then the wheels, I'm not completely sure what these parts were for here, because the other joy I ran into is that the wheels are already built when I opened up the box, so I'm kind of stuck with what there is, and I think they're fine. Whatever these hubs were supposed to be for, I don't know. I don't see it on this instruction sheet here. Maybe there were some other options on the old MPC version, because it has the chrome stuff as well. That I don't know, and I didn't really find anything on the internet about what that was about. Here's the back. Okay, let me see if I can figure out how this back seat, I think it goes on like this, and this thing I think goes up in here. Like that. I don't like how that sits there. It's kind of, it's a little disconcerting, shall we say. Fancy word for, I don't like it. See if I can get that. Yeah, it's got some more glue to get that thing to settle in correctly. But then I want to figure out how I want to do some of this. Oh, there it is. Like this little back tiny storage thing that would be up by the back window. A little tiny part back there. Because I'm thinking of making this for, you know, the car in a diorama with some secret agents that I'm kind of working on. So this might be the female secret agent's car. So I don't know, I might put some gear or something in the back seat, or like a sniper rifle or something. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure out how I want that scene to go in my head. Because I kind of want to have some laughs with that, yeah. So I think that can sit. All right, that looks... Let's hope this goes. Not sure. Kind of liking the fact that the glue is sticking to it pretty quickly. This old plastic, I wasn't really sure how it was going to go. Okay. And now let's just double check. I don't want to go too crazy because I don't want anything to fight me back here. Because it kind of popped in. Oof. Yeah, okay. Now it looks all right. I don't want to snap it in there if it's not going to want to cooperate with me here. Oops, no, that slid. It did slide. Slid out of position for a minute there. All right, so it looks like it's going to fit okay. So there's the inside. Like I said, I'm going to work on doing the kind of the tan cloth seats. So there's the interior. Okay, not too much to it. There is the stick shift and the emergency brake, which is going to go in there afterwards. They're chrome parts. I'm gonna use the chrome parts because it's kind of yeah, it's a nice look to it. So I think I'll use those. Put that there. Do some more touch-ups to the interior paint on that. I got to paint the dashboard, which I kind of wish I didn't put in after all now. But oh well, I can hit that with a brush. It's going to be dark blue with some silver highlights for the details. And that's going to be it. Okay, well, that's how the Volkswagen's going. And I'll paint that up and I'll show you where we are next time, okay? And there we go.